What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with another review for Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, Season 1, Episode 5. Episode is titled Jamaican Me Crazy, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, we picked up where we last left off with Bria and Silas arguing with one another, right? So I know I was talking about Bria in last week's review, so like I said in last week's review, I still stand on it. I like the fact that Bria did not back down to Silas or Jasmine, right? But actually, I'm starting to see it a lot more why people say Bria should go. Bria is spoiled and entitled, and I don't like it, right? But like I said, I like the fact that she stands up to them. Now, here's the question that I have. So Silas is going around the house, keep telling everybody that Bria assaulted Jasmine. I was like, huh? Do you mean insulted her? Or, because assaulted means she put her hands on Jasmine. She never put her hands on Jasmine. Then the other thing that was throwing me with Jasmine was that Jasmine was yelling up the stairs to Bria, stay in your room, stay in your room. I was like, girl, you talking to her like you her mama. Like, if there is a season 2 of Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, I have one request and one request only. X out Silas and Jasmine. I honestly don't want to see them ever again. They're not likable. It's so funny because I think that Jasmine came into Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, wanting to be the star of the show, right? But unfortunately, you got upstaged by a four-legged canine dog named Milo. Milo is the star of Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Like, I see everybody tweet about Milo every freaking episode. Now, what I will say about Milo, one thing about Milo, why does he always have to be when they're in the kitchen eating, why is Milo always there? I just really want to know that question. Why is Milo always around the food? I would not eat anything at all when Milo is around. So, Jasmine and Silas, right? They want to sit down with everyone. Now, mind you, they never once mentioned this when Bria brought this up at the bar. They never said, oh, let's talk to everybody else in the house and let's see where everybody else stands and how they feel about this. Never was that mentioned, but now you want to sit down with the rest of the group and ask them how they feel about it. Honestly, I don't think anybody really gave a damn, right? So they brought it to the group to ask them to a vote. Should a significant other stay 3 days or more, right? They all agreed to 3 days or 3 days. I was like, but it's the last week. So what are we talking about? It's the last fucking week. Why are we making a big fuss about this? I just don't understand it, right? So you guys remember they had the toga party dinner. I was like, so that was just for dinner. I was like, okay. So after that, we see them. They go to the hot tub. They have a good time with each other in the hot tub. And once again, we are subjected to Jasmine and Silas upstairs fucking. I was just like, oh my God, bravo. Why do y'all keep showing this? This time, it was pixelated and blurred out. I was like, oh my God. It's the loud moaning for me. That is so disrespectful. Like, it's one thing to have sex, right? Y'all don't know how to, in the camp, for us with the camera, we can hear the pounding of him pounding her vagina. I'm like, I just still wonder, is that pleasurable for Jasmine? Like, it just seems like he is just thrusting his penis into her vagina. Like, he's not even making love to that girl. He is just banging her out for his satisfaction. He's the only person that is coming to a climax. I don't think that Jasmine is. I think that Jasmine is moaning out of pain and agony and a little bit of faking it too, right? I really do think she's faking it, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the episode. But the thing that bothers me is, like, first of all, it's loud as fuck. Like, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, you don't, and We'll get to that later. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, and I'm like, girl, it ain't that. It can't be that good. It really can't be that good. Like, I feel like you're stroking his ego. And then I'm like, again, are you getting any enjoyment from it? Because you just see him plowing into her. So I'm like, is he giving you any pleasure? Like, is he kissing you? Is he, correct? Is he kissing you? Is he, massaging your breast? Is he, playing down there? Like, is he doing anything to you? Or is it all him? It's all him from what I can see and hear. And I wish that Bravo would stop showing it. But let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So the next day we see the girls plus Preston. They went out for brunch, right? So Preston asked Bria how she's feeling. She says she's good, right? Then we talked to Jordan and we talked to Summer about relationships, right? So you guys remember, Jordan is celibate. She's been celibate for a year, right? And Jordan is telling us why she's been celibate. She got into a situationship with a guy. She thought that the guy had just broke up with his girlfriend, but come to find out, the guy had never broke up with his girlfriend. So she is now protective of who she gives the coochie to, right? I'm cool with that. And Summer has a similar situation to Jordan's, right? Then you got this married dingbat over here named Jasmine. Jasmine is one of those annoying ass women that gets married, and when she gets married, oh, marriage is so this, marriage is that, marriage, and she wants all of her friends to be married. But mind you, both Jordan and Summer are not looking for relationships. They're happy being single, but Jasmine's dingy ass feels like they should have a man. Feel like they need to have a man. You need to have a man. Not everybody wants a man that is going to plow the hell, jackrabbit their vagina like Silas jackrabbits and jackhammers your fucking vagina every fucking night. With Jasmine and Silas, you would literally think that they've never had sex with each other. Now, you would think that they waited till marriage. I don't think that they waited until marriage. Y'all were together during the pandemic, so I'm pretty sure y'all had ample amount of time to bang it out. It is just, I just really find Jasmine and Silas the most disrespectful of everybody. But then I find Jasmine the most disrespectful person, period, because your friends are sitting here trying to tell you they're happy with their lives the way that they are currently, but you have an issue with it because that you feel like they need a man to make them happy. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. If Jasmine were my friend, I would tell her to not so kindly fuck off. Like, I just don't. Jasmine is just like, what I really want Jasmine to do is go worry about what this is on her face, because I still have yet to figure out what this is on Jasmine's face. I don't know if it's a boil or what, but sis, I try to play like I don't see it, but I see it. Go get that checked out first. Ugh. So we see that Summer and Alex have made a connection with each other. An interesting connection nonetheless, but it's a connection, right? So we see them as they were getting ready for dinner. So Summer is hosting a Jamaican themed dinner, and a lot of them were talking about how spicy the food was. I was like, are y'all not black? Because I mean, I love spicy. I love me some Cajun food, like Cajun food, any food that got a little bit of spice to it. The bathroom might see me afterwards, but baby, if you give me some. Now I don't like too spicy, but I like me some spicy. I'll say mild. Like when it comes to chicken, like spicy chicken, I can eat spicy chicken, but I prefer mild. But I can eat spicy chicken. I can eat it, but that stomach will be like, you fat bitch, you tried it, so get your fat ass up and go to the bathroom, right? Neither here nor there, but yeah. So they were talking about that. So while they were after dinner, they played Truth or Dare, right? So Nick was there to jump in the pool with his clothes on. Nick said no. So then Nick dared Summer to give someone a twerk session. So Summer ended up giving Nick the twerk session, right? And Nick had to jump in the pool because I guess Nick got a hard on. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Nick, don't you have a girlfriend? Like, what about your girlfriend back home? But okay. So then we see Milo. So Milo was on top of Jason and humping the hell out of Jason's arm. We gonna talk about Jason's so trifling ass in just a minute because I got a lot of shit to say. Jason is a trifling ass nigga. Trifling and a motherfucker. So Amir was there to give Jordan a strip tease. So he asked her for consent. And I was like, ah, Amir, I like that. Let me segue real quick to talk about Amir. So if you guys did not watch What Happens Live last night, so Amir and Bria were the guests on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. So Andy likes him some Amir because he was flirting hella hard with Amir. He played the pillow game. He asked Amir about his nipples, and Amir said he doesn't like his nipples played, touched, or messed with because they're super duper sensitive. And Amir had previously DM'd Andy, said, "What are the chances that you'll know my name?" Ooh. I was like, "Ooh, Amir, would you be gay for pay?" Because I was kind of getting that, gay for pay. But that's neither here nor there, right? So Preston also was there by Summer to kiss Bria. So he said, "Where?" And she's like, "Wherever." So he kissed her on her neck, right? And Bria was like, "Oh, that's my spot." And she's like, "You kissed like you were eating pussy." I was like, "Wait a minute." So they just said pussy on television? I was like, "Okay, cool." So so Summer was there to kiss Alex, and she asked Alex for consent to kiss him. He said, "Okay." So then someone brought up the sex sounds with Silas and Jasmine, right? And Silas was all uncomfortable. And then in his interview, he's talking about, "Oh, I don't want a man to hear my wife moaning." But we've heard it for episodes now. So what the fuck are you talking about? Y'all's room is right next to Amir's. Amir don't even sleep in his room because y'all fuck every night. Silas, go to hell. So then they went to their bedroom and they tried to have sex. But Silas was like, I can't have silent sex. I was like, ugh. And that's when I was really like, you know what? When Silas and Jasmine have sex, Jasmine does all that loud ass moaning to stroke Silas's ego, on top of the fact that I believe she is in pain from him thrusting into her vagina. But yeah, I really want them to stop showing Jasmine and Silas having sex. I hope that they'd embarrass them enough to not want to have sex on. Well, they tried to have sex, but he couldn't. He didn't want to have sex with her because she wasn't moaning. Again, that is stroking his ego. I ain't got nothing else to say. Let's pause here and move forward and wrap up the episode. All right, you guys. So the end of the episode. So we see that as some of the guys went to lunch, Preston and Silas weren't there. So it was Amir, it was Jason, it was Nick and Alex, right? So I don't even care what they were talking about. I really truly don't. I want to get on Jason. Jason got a 3-month-old daughter, and you here for the summer. Why are you not with your child? You are a trifling ass motherfucker. Now to keep it real, which I thought Jason was gay, but he says he's straight, but I don't care. But you got a 3-month-old and you left your 3-month-old child. Granted, it is 2 weeks. Well, granted, it's a week for you, right? But damn, you left your 3-month-old? 3-month-old. 3 months. Okay. Jasmine, once again, when your friends tell you, like she was trying to tell Jordan she knows what she wants. And Jordan said, "What do I want? What you know what I want?" I was like, "Girl, I would have slapped the shit out of Jasmine, because you're not gonna sit here and play in my face. You want, like, again, I don't have an issue with married, people. What was I trying to say? I don't know. I don't have an issue with something. So when it comes down to married people, right? Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. When it comes down to married people, right? I don't have an issue of, like, I have my best friend is married. She's never once tried to say, "Oh, you need to find somebody to get married to." She's never done that. But she'd be like, when she'll ask me sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get married, right? And we leave it at that. But I don't have an issue that you wanted to get married. Like, if that was what you wanted to do, you got married. That's what I'm about to say. I don't have an issue with you wanting to seek out a relationship and wanting to seek out marriage. If I say that's not what I want and what I need for myself, and I'm okay with being single and alone, then let that be. But again, Jasmine is that annoying ass married friend that wants all her friends to be married, right? So we see them as they went out to dinner. Simon finally arrived, and Simon looked a little long in the tooth. No shade. He looked a little bit long in the tooth. He looks a little older than what I was expecting, but it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. If Bria likes it, I love it, right? So they went to dinner. He came bearing gifts in the form of watches. He gave everybody a watch, right? So Silas at one point asked, what's his name? Simon, I guess like what his intentions were with Bria. So he told him what his intentions were. And then Silas said something. Jasmine chimed in. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is she trying to tell us that she's not like happy being married? I think Jasmine would prefer to be a single woman, but she don't want to be a single woman because I don't think Jasmine makes great decisions, i.e., her getting evicted from her apartment and having Mariah come up there and then they living in and out their car. I would never be friends with a person like Jasmine. Just keeping it 100% a buck with you, Jasmine would not be a friend of mine. But that's all I got for this episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video, you guys. Until the next time, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.